Okay, so the next question is about using tiny products, tiny courses, essentially tiny offers to build a more substantial community. And the question that I'm answering here, which really applies to any software as a service, is about Circle. So a few folks are, kind of looking at Circle to launch their own communities in spring 2025. I'm recording this on the 7th of April 2025. And I've used Circle as a owner, and I use Circle now as a member of a bunch of communities that I'm pretty active in, that I appreciate, and that have a really fantastic user experience. So I highly recommend Circle. However, uh, if you want to look at a good example of the Circle community right now, Framer.community for the Framer sort of web platform designers, developers, users like myself, etc. They have a pretty robust community. It'll give you a good example for free of what a pretty good usage of the Circle platform is. However, not all people, I think, benefit from building on something like Circle. It's great. I mean, again, if you have really big, bold, audacious plans, it's a great platform, and it's probably the best fit for building a robust community. But if you're just selling tiny products and you want to get started now and you want to build and cultivate relationships with your readers, with your subscribers, with your with your clients, people who are buying more products, I would recommend actually one of two things. So number one, Gumroad has just released a community style feature, which essentially allows you by dint of a check mark or a toggle to turn on communities, which allow you to give access to folks who are purchasing a specific tiny product, access to their community functionality. And it's a little bit, it's certainly a lot more sparse relative to something like Circle, uh, but it gives you direct access, and it gives them, more importantly, direct access to someone like yourself who is selling a product that clearly, or writing a book, or teaching a course that they are obviously interested in, right? So, it's a great way of either adding additional value to your Gumroad product with your additional Gumroad store, or as an all as sort of a supplemental strategy of adding more dollar value to your products by dint of giving that adding an extra tier to the product that includes this community functionality, which you can simply pay a different price point. So you have price A or price one is just a tiny product, or the books, or the course, or audio like this one, and price two includes something, in addition to that. So, for example, we have the community functionality where folks can actually interact with you in a more intimate setting. They can interact with other folks who love the product, etc. And there are plenty of other analogs to Circle. Again, they're not quite as robust for building real communities, but Substack even has a community feature. We've been playing with Substack for a couple of months now, maybe 3 or 4 months. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Substack. I kind of don't love it so much for a bunch of reasons I won't cover here. Um, but it does have this like chat functionality, this community functionality that you can gate in a similar way and give people access to, you know, premium content like additional, sort of content, videos, audios like this that you only give to paid subscribers, chatting with other members who are also paid subscribers, or even giving all this sort of access to each other in a kind of ecosystem, essentially giving folks, let's say, access to conversational content that is generated by other subscribers that could be totally free. I mean, that's a great way of building up a business and a brand using your newsletter on something like Substack. Of course, there are lots of ways of integrating tiny products into that sort of offer stack as well. But we'll cover that somewhere. So I as just a long-winded answer, as I am, sort of prone to do, yes, I think Circle is a fantastic option. If you don't, they have free trials. You can check it out for free and see what you think. But in addition to that, you can check out some of the various platforms that are running Circle communities now. I always do that in advance of signing up for something. And the Framer community is a good example because it's free. You don't have to sign up for anything. I think you might have to apply. I don't know, but shouldn't cost you anything, and it'll give you a good sort of user-facing or user-side experience of what the Circle platform offers to both someone like yourself as a user, and of course, you'll get a sense of what that would translate into as an owner or administrator of the platform if you sign up for the free trial. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. As always, I appreciate you listening, and if you have questions, feel free to ask below.